see the number 13 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Mateer. Caught behind the line, it's Barnes. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field, and don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Burks. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
To the air, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And that is no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
Can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
That's the risk you take when a long field goal like that 57-yarder doesn't go. Now the offense has it around the 40. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Hunter. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, the slot receiver's running the in route there, and he does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Barney. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was...
Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
And I'm not going to blame this quarterback if he's not looking back this guy's way. I mean, early in the game, he's given him several opportunities to catch the football. He hasn't made plays. And I think as a quarterback, sometimes you lose a little bit of confidence, and you'll start looking elsewhere.
Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Got it behind the line. It's Gibson. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The Sooners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Here comes the offense on second down. The give on the option. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Good timing on the quick out. Oh, he's got some space. They just gassed the defense on that one, and they got it down to the 23.
That's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got a man, it's Johnson. Down the connection, takes it to the 11.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Raiola. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Fitted in the window for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the ground with the back. Fights off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. 4th down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Get it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 40. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
The inside handoff. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He leaves it with his back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He tries to take the top off. He's got an open man. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. That big, bad Husker front just keeps wreaking havoc in the backfield.
I mean, that's what you want. You want the defensive line to dominate the football game. You don't want to have to blitz and bring all these extra bodies. And this defensive line, this black shirt defensive line, is doing their job.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on and then and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got it, looking for a first. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Quick timeout by the defense there trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Huskers with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
A strike downfield.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Cornhuskers are on the move. This quarterback part of their running game. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husker! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he puts through the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Gets it past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Plows through the defense. Finds some fresh air. There he goes. The tap. Touchdown Sooners. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. And this is now a 1-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's I. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Parker. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the big fella. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards over there.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Kick is in the air. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. That's caught. It's Gibson. At midfield, he's got room. It's a seam wide open. He's at the... And the catch and run into the extra point. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nebraska offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Makes the grab. It's key.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The Huskers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Barney. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Got it! Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Smashes through the tackle. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly, you get it.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Just making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks the way Trev Alberts always did.
Yeah, just finding a guy that can sniff out the quarterback and kind of feel it, have those instincts. You could tell he saw it, went and got it, just like your boy Trev Alberts, Reese.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And that's a hard thing to do as a receiver, but because you want to catch the football, you want to get upfield and make more yards. But sometimes you got to realize, I just got to toe tap that thing. I just got to get one in, get the completion. That was a missed opportunity right there.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Turning it off. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Now they'll run the draw. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The Huskers line it up with a first and goal.
Base 27, John.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's second and goal. to throw. It's Raiola. Intercepted to stop the threat.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Here's the handoff. Running into the open space. There he goes. And he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Sooners. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Key. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Huskers can really attack on this second and short. They go to the ground. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They'll give it to Johnson. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Makes the catch. It's Nelson. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep him at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front 7. You can get a finger on that guy.
And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter. They want to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Nelson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Right on the money. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long.
Here we go, set.
He's looking to throw. And And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter, go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. That's reeled in. It's Gibson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch him, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
They'll try the run. Powers through the defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught in the backfield. It's Gibson. Thrust that arm out. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Nebraska. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Grabbed over the middle, it's Gibson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
With the catch, it's up. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
All wideouts, no backs. Looking for a man, it's Mateer. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 32. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Man, you practice this all week for a reason. The 2-minute situation is so important. I like the completion. I like the first down. Let's see if we can get one more play in real quick before the 2-minute timeout.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Caught near the sticks. It's Gibson. And he's knocked down, but not before he moves the chains. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Throw toward the sidelines is caught, but it's out of bounds and incomplete. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football, so faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Well, I had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Breaks into the open. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Sooners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on
touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a three-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the fourth quarter.
The Cornhuskers will try to run out the clock in this final minute. The give from the gun. Turning it on! He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened.